Hey everybody, Chris here. So Dogecoin's up and it looks to extend its gains. We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when new videos come out as well as when I do live streams. We're looking at good news coming from Donald Trump in the White House, and the markets are reacting. And actually the stock market, even before it even opens this morning, the futures are up. Markets are looking good. It has been a long road. We're down a lot from where we were a few months ago. Recoveries do take time though, but let's get into it. Let me show you the charts in the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. We start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart, about 18.25. We got up to 18.5 overnight. That's right, up to 18.5 cents. This blue line is 18. The yellow is 17. The red is 16. We've been watching that 16-cent Doge line for a while, along with the end of our symmetrical triangle here, which Doge broke out of, came back, retested, moved over 16, retested that, moved up over 17, retested that, moved over 18, have retested that, and looks to move higher. That's right. That is the pattern that we are on right now. Bitcoin did come up over 94,000, now about 93.5. But Bitcoin looking strong as well. So what is going on here? Well, Bitcoin, store of value. We had gold run, and typically when gold runs, Bitcoin follows. That's right. And it's kind of a mix between the stock market goes up and Bitcoin goes up, or when gold goes up, Bitcoin. It kind of does a little bit of both, which is kind of interesting. I mean, we had Trump saying, "Oh, I'm not going to fire Jerome Powell now." Oh, the market's like that. It's like, "Oh, we got a China trade deal that's in the works." Okay, market's like that, but then he's going to say something else, and maybe they're going to drop. I don't know. I predict that when the stock market opens this morning, it's going to be up, and then we're going to see a drop. Because that's how the markets typically go. They're up, way up pre-market, perfect swing trade opportunity to sell something right at market open high and then buy back in after it drops down. And so we may see crypto do a little bit of that around 9:30. That'd be 9:35 East Coast time this morning. We'll see something like that happen. Look, what happens is the markets start looking good, and the ETFs, the Bitcoin ETFs, huge buying in the ETFs. Monday, $380 million worth of Bitcoin, and on Tuesday, almost $1 billion of net inflows for the Bitcoin ETFs. That's why a lot of people think these Dogecoin ETFs are going to be good, but you want them in the bull market, and I've been very bullish, of course. Still bullish, but this is pretty big. Gold leads, Bitcoin follows. This is what happens, right? Gold goes on a run, Bitcoin follows. Gold went on a run here, Bitcoin, it caught up, went higher. Is that what we're going to see next? Is this what we're going to see next? Gold is going to top out here, probably come down a bit, and then Bitcoin, it's going to make its move. That's the setup that we have right now. And Gel says, look, this breakout of Bitcoin is looking very strong. So coming back over a previous high, so that means we start seeing higher highs. And then when there are some dips, there are going to be higher lows as well. This is classic signs of a recovery. And with Doge, and we've said, when we start seeing the markets moving up and we start seeing green in the markets, Dogecoin outperforms Bitcoin. As well, we start seeing the follow-ons of SHIB and Pepe and Bonk. Dogecoin leads the gains though, and this is what I'm saying. If we're truly going to have an alt season, it's going to be Dogecoin that's going to lead the way. Pepe, Bonk, yes, you'll be able to make money on those as well, but it's really Doge where that initial action is. So Doge rallies 13%. Bulls set sights on 18-cent resistance. And guess what? Dogecoin is already over that, up at 18.3 now. So Dogecoin looking strong. So overall, the crypto markets rose. Doge, of course, looking great right now. And I know people are going to say, well, but Chris, you know, you get to the point where you start feeling too bullish. And yeah, this morning I did post what I just said here about the retests on different levels. But last night I had posted this, looking at the bullish divergence on the RSI, and then taking the fractal from what we had in 2024 following the bullish divergence. And that's the potential that Dogecoin has. And with that, we're like Master Kenobi saying, well, if the timing is wrong, we have less than 40 days until a new all-time high. I think I love his charts, but sometimes he gets fixated on these different time frames, and I think it's going to be a little longer than that. But we shall see. You know, we shall see, my friend, I say. We shall see. But we still have some in the house, like Joshua here, who's just like, hey, we've been here before. Lower lows, lower highs. This is just another lower high for Doge. So there are still some bears around who are not believing this recovery. And he says could easily drop to or below 12 cents. Not out of the woods. So there are still some out there who aren't believing. But Trader Allen, he's like, Dogecoin ready for a new surge. Doge versus Bitcoin has just broken out of a descending trend line. And that's right, Doge versus Bitcoin. This is what we see when the markets recover and they turn around. Doge outperforms Bitcoin. And that's most likely what we are going to see as Dogecoin extends its gains going forward. There will still be dips, that is for sure, mostly because of liquidations. That's right. We had huge liquidations of shorts that have just happened. Bitcoin, Ethereum, big Ethereum shorts got liquidated. And Dogecoin, $530 million in shorts. But that means there are more leveraged longs being created. We'll look at the heat maps during my next live stream. Come join Wednesday afternoon. We'll look at the heat maps and we'll see where those levels are, because there's going to be dips. The market makers are going to drop the prices. It's not up only. That's how crypto goes. So we're going to see the dips. And on those dips, when they're taking out those leveraged longs, if you're looking to buy on dips, those are the opportunities you look for. That's what you look for. Open interest is rising. That means the longs have been exhausted. We see when there's huge dips in the market, early March and then again early April. Remember April 7th and 8th, right? Took out all that leverage. There was no more open interest, because all those leverage traders got wiped out. Well, they're coming back. I know it's not anywhere near where it was November, December, and early January, where there was huge open interest. It's coming back, though. That just means more volatility, more up and down action. You just have to be ready for it. So Doge on fire, 12% jump amidst ETF hype. What's next? Well, are we going to see Dogecoin ETFs? We're looking at the month of May for a possible grayscale thing that could happen. We'll be watching that. So stay tuned for that. I still think most of the ETFs are going to be pushed on through the summer for Dogecoin, but we'll see. Also news about Elon Musk. He says he's going to reduce his Doge role, that's Department of Government Efficiency, to spend more time back on Tesla. We talked about this during the live stream last night. I think he already knew that the Tesla Q1 earnings were going to be bad. And so he front ran that and said, I'm going to be spending less time in the US government dealing with Doge. We got great people in place there to continue that work. I'm going to spend more time on Tesla. Tesla's up like 6% pre-market, up over $250 a share, despite terrible Q1 earnings, because they want Elon there at Tesla, not in Washington with the government. So what does that mean overall for Dogecoin? Well, Dogecoin does tend to trade somewhat with Tesla as well. So we'll be watching that. Is Elon going to come out with some Dogecoin thing? Probably not. Not anytime soon. I mean, he's still working on X. He's got a team probably still working on X payments, X money. Doge will probably pump a little bit with that. Still think there's going to be some integration there. Is Dogecoin going to be involved in Tesla? We got the Tesla drive-in, right? That's going to be opening soon. Elon said they were going to accept Dogecoin as payment. So we look for that too. So there's still some Elon stuff in the works. Dogecoin to the moon again. 500% rally prediction. It's like, let's not get ahead of ourselves, right? Like I said, we're going to have leverage traders. We're going to have the market makers. They're going to be doing their thing. So Dogecoin doesn't have that huge catalyst of its own yet to do something like that. However, I still think that is going to come and there's going to be some catalyst. And when is that going to happen? I still think the summer is going to be ups and downs. We're going to get over 20 cents probably. We're going to drop back into the teens. We're going to have that kind of summer. So look for the dips, look for the buying opportunities. Also, though, when prices are going up, Lark reminds us, like, crypto's pumping again. You're going to take profits this time, right? Right? We will be talking about crypto profits again. You don't want to go all the way through another 4-year cycle saying, man, I wish I would have taken profits. I mean, you don't have to sell everything, but take a little bit off the table. Enjoy something for a little bit. That's the message here. Look, Dogecoin is looking good. Are we going to extend the gains? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this current price action? Give the video a like if you haven't already. Please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.